My mama said if I'd be good, she'd send me to the store. She said she'd bake some gingerbread if I would sweep the floor. She said if I would make the bed and watch the telephone, that she would send me out to get a chocolate ice cream cone. And so I did the thing she said, and then she made some gingerbread, and I went out, just me alone, and got my chocolate ice cream cone.
Hello, scoopers and scoopettes. Today, Xander and I will be your guide.
Your guide to what, you ask?
Your guide to cleaning, washing, and sanitizing thoroughly and effectively. The first section we're going to go over is dishes. Before you begin, equip yourself with the correct PPE. Gloves. That's what you need first. A pair of nice dishwashing gloves. That's located in the glove box or container. The next item, or PPE, personal protective equipment, is a plastic dishwashing apron. Wow, amazing. First, we're gonna set up our 3-compartment sink. Here it is. Wow, okay. The first step in doing that is removing all coverings of the top of each sink. One. 2. 3. Awesome. Now that the coverings have been removed, we're gonna fill up sink number 1. First, what I do is grab the handle on the bottom of the sink, just like that, and twist it down. Boop! Guess what that does? Well, it plugs the sink so that the water can fill up. Oh my God. Awesome. Now we fill this first sink, which is our wash sink, with hot water. The temperature of said water should be 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Cool. As the hot water is filling the first sink, our wash sink, we need to pump soap into it. Watch me do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd say about 5 pumps is good. See all that soap sudding up the water? Wow. Yeah. Now you just wait until the sink's halfway full, and then you turn it off. Sink 1 is accomplished. Now, sink 2. Sink 2 is used to rinse off the leftover residue from sink 1. Use some hot water, rinse off that dish. Oh yeah. Once it's rinsed off, you're good to go. Well, not yet, because there's another sink. Well, now we have sink 3, the last and final sink. Wow, we made it, guys. So, you're gonna do the same method with the bottom of the sink handle as you did with the first sink. Twist that bad boy, boom. Lock that, plug that sink up right there. You wanna use warm water, approximately 75 degrees Fahrenheit. So, you do a combination of hot and cold. Wow, warm water is filling up this sink. Cool. As this sink starts to fill, you want to pump it with some sanitizer. It's going to be this red liquid that's coming through this pump here. All right, same method. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, you want to stop there because this stuff's kind of strong, okay? And we're going to test it with a test strip to make sure it's the right amount. If it's not enough, you pump a little bit more. If it's a little too much, you're gonna have to redo it and redrain it and refill it back up. You don't want it to be too much. You know, you want to start off a little bit by little bit by little bit, build it up. Okay. Now we're gonna test the third sink to see if we have the right amount of sanitizer. All right. Now again, it should be between 200 and 400 ppm. Guess what that stands for? You guessed it, part per million. All right, here we go. We have our proper length sanitized test strip. We're gonna put it right in the water. Test that bad boy out, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you're gonna take it out just like that. You're gonna test it. Make sure it's in between. You know, you're gonna test the color pretty much, and make sure that it's you know, right in between that 200, 400 mark. I think we've accomplished that actually. You know, it's it looks like around like 300, 350 if I were to guess. Yeah, I think we got it. Wow, we filled up our 3-compartment sink. Next up, we're gonna set up our sanitizer / dish machine. Woo! So, this machine is electronic. It's electric! So what you're gonna do is press this power on button. It'll be off when you come in to open. So you press boop. Now that red light is on, that means it's on now. And you can see that it shows the temperature is at 69 degrees. The proper temperature to wash dishes in this machine is 120 degrees. It actually says it right here for you. Minimum temp 120 degrees. We're gonna fill the sanitizer with water now that it's turned on. In order to do that, I'll show you that, but what I actually wanna show you first is where to fill the water up to. There's a line back here. This is where how much water you want to be filled in the sanitized machine. Once it hits that line, stop it. So basically how you're gonna fill it, close it up, make sure it's closed. There's a button right here saying fill. You're gonna hold it down. Let it fill. Oh, let it fill. Let it fill. Oh, let it fill. Let it fill. Oh, let it fill. Let it fill. Let it fill. I said you don't let it fill. I said you don't let it fill. Wait. Let's check it. Looks like you still need some more. Oh, we're gonna let it fill. Oh, we're gonna let it fill. I said, oh, we're gonna let it fill. Oh, we're gonna let it fill. I said, 1, 2, 1. Wait. Let's check it again. I'd say we're almost there. Just one more fill. Just for a little bit. Oh, we're gonna let it fill. Oh, we're gonna let it fill. Said, oh, we're gonna let it fill. Oh, we're gonna let it fill. Woo! I think we're gonna be there, guys. Let's check it out. Yep. We're there, guys. That's perfect. Next, we're going to fill up our Sandy bucket. What you do, bring it right over to the sink and fill it up with some warm water. As it's filling, you grab the multi-quat sanitizer, unlit it, yeah, and then I do a cap full of sanitizer, just like this. Whoa, it's spilling over, boom, right in there, and then you turn it off because it's getting a little too full there. Awesome, so then what you want to do is twist this lid back on there. After the Sandy bucket has been filled and put a cap full of sanitizer in there, what you want to do is grab a test strip to test the concentration level of said sanitizer in water. Oh, sorry, this is a test strip. Hydrion. It shows colors on there to show the level of ppm, parts per million, that's in there, right? That's how you test how much chemical and water balance is in there. Cool. So you pull a nice strand, just like about that long, right? Dip it right in the water. You're gonna let that hold for about 10 seconds there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. pull it right out like that. Look at that. Look at that one. What color is that, guys? I don't know, you tell me. All right, you're gonna compare the color to this chart here to see if this is the correct part per million. What it should be is right in between 200 to 400 ppm, and I think we have a pretty solid balance of said ppm slash color. Yeah, I think that's in there, right? Our sandy bucket has been filled and has now been tested, and it has the proper amount of sanitizer, multi-quad in there. Cool. Now we've grabbed the clean towel from our clean towel section, which is actually in the front of the house. And then we're gonna place that right in there. Boom. So this is where the towel should live now that it's soaked in there. You don't ever wanna have a wet towel just sitting on any countertops or nothing, okay? It's a big no-no. We're gonna leave it right in that bucket, okay?
Like that?
No. This is how it's done. In this section, I'll show you which method of washing dishes should be used for all of our dishes that are on this thing here. So, in this tray, we have all the dishes that can be washed in our dish machine. All right, our sanitized machine. Cool. All those dishes there. And then we have the rest of our dishes here. These are all the dishes that need to be washed in our 3-compartment sink that we set up. Yeah. As you see, a lot of it is flatware. A lot of it is, flatware. Things that are more fragile, Yeah. Cool. Now I'll show you how we wash our spade, which is actually something that needs to be washed in our 3-compartment sink. Cool. So what I'm gonna do is put it in our soapy hot water section, the wash section, sink 1. We're gonna plop it right in there, right? Now the thing is with these dishes that get washed in our 3-compartment sink, they actually have to sit in sink 1, the soapy hot water, the wash sink. They have to sit in there for 15 to 30 minutes. It soaks it and it kind of breaks up the debris that's on there. It makes it ensures that the dish will be actually thoroughly clean. 15 to 30 minutes. All right. Wow, this dish has been in here for 15 to 30 minutes. Cool. So what you're gonna do now, you grab a sponge. I get it, soak it in there kind of, get it wet in soapy, and then you're gonna kind of scrub it. Okay. This is getting the excess debris off thoroughly. You see how I'm getting the handle. You see how I'm getting this part. And I'm using both ends of the sponge. Looks to be pretty clean now, huh? Awesome. Then I'm gonna bring it to our rinse section. Remember, hot water. See how I'm rinsing this dish off thoroughly? Getting any of the leftover debris off this bad boy. There we go. Looks like it's been properly rinsed. Awesome. Now, for the final trick, you're gonna put this in our sanitized section. Now, the thing about this one is it needs to be in there for 30 to 60 seconds, okay? In order to properly sanitize that dish. Cool beans. It's been 30 to 60 seconds now. So, you're gonna grab one of these trays down here on our clean dish section, and you're gonna place the dish on this tray and let it air dry, okay? You don't wanna dry it with a rag, with a paper towel or anything. You let it air dry. That's the best proper way to do it, the most sanitary way to do it. Yeah, and once it's fully dry, you can place it back where it was located first. What time is it? It's the top of the hour! Guess what that means? It's time for our hourly Sandy spin! Yeah! Well, now that it's the top of the hour, we can start our hourly Sandy spin. This sheet that you're currently looking at has all of the items and surfaces that need to be sanitized every hour on the dot. There are 2 main surfaces that we're gonna focus on while we do our hourly Sandy spin. One of them is non-food contact surfaces, such as this. These handles too. Also, I'll show you one other thing that's non-food contact. This sink here. Wow. Also, pretty much everything in the back is non-food contact surface. And then we have food contact surfaces. What's that? I'll show you. Well, these dipping cabinets, because you know there's actually food and there's ice cream in there. That's a food contact. We're always in contact with the food in there. And then we have also the dipping well is considered a food contact surface as well. The dipping well with our scoopers. Whoa. Food contact surface. Also, one of the other ones is the waffle iron, because there's food made in there. Waffle, cones, food, contact surfaces. Now for an example. I'm going to show you how to properly clean and sanitize a non-food contact surface. Guess what that surface is going to be? This door handle. Alrighty, so first, as you see, I have orange multi-surface cleaner. This is what you're going to use to get off all the debris and all the crust and all the stuff and all the grime you don't want. So I'm going to spray that first. Now you're going to want to let that orange multi-surface cleaner sit for about 5 minutes. You know, you let that sit and break down the soils. Now you want to do that just to make sure that the sanitation aspect of this part is going to be effective. Because if you try to sanitize something that's not clean, it's not going to properly sanitize it, guys. Has it been 5 minutes already? Guess it has. Now it's time to wipe down the non-food contact surface with the orange multi-surface cleaner that I let sit for 5 minutes. Thoroughly clean that. Oh, that grime is getting off. We're getting all that dirt off there. Yep. Alrighty. Looks like this non-food contact surface has been effectively cleaned, but has it been sanitized? Not yet. The peroxide disinfectant is the proper sanitizer for non-food contact surfaces. So that's why we're gonna spray it on the non-food contact surface. Watch this. Wow, it's been properly sanitized, but you want to let it sit for at least 90 seconds for it to be effective. Okay, so for our food contact surfaces, this is how you want to do it for our Sandy list. You're going to grab the orange multi-surface cleaner again, and you're going to spray it on the food contact surface. So I'll show you by spraying down our dipping cabinets. Look at that. Now, this orange multi-surface cleaner is going to do the same thing as it does for our non-food contact surfaces. It's going to break down the soils so that you can wipe it off with a clean towel and make sure that it's completely clean before you sanitize it. Well, it's been about 5 minutes now. That's what it's time to do. Wipe down the food contact surface. All right, so we're going to wipe it down with a clean towel. Make sure that this is completely clean before you sanitize it. Completely. All right. Now that our food contact surface has been completely cleaned properly, we are now going to use the Red Sandy RTU hard surface sanitizer. This is the proper sanitizer for food contact surfaces, not the peroxide, the Red Sandy. It's labeled. You're going to use that, and you're going to spray it on the food contact surface now that it's been properly cleaned. This is the proper method of sanitizing after cleaning a food contact surface. Now, what you want to do is let that sit, okay? You let it air dry, you know? For the non-food contact surface, you can wipe down the peroxide after 90 seconds, or you can let it air dry. For this one, you just let it air dry. Simple as that. Now that we've all learned the proper way of doing it, make sure you're using the proper method of cleaning and sanitizing for each individual task on our hourly Sandy Spin. And make sure you're signing off and initialing your name on each section every hour. Alright, so next up, what we're going to do is properly clean our waffle iron so I'm blocking the view. Take a look. These are our waffle irons, you know what I'm saying? So basically we waffle every day, I know you know that. So we have to clean them every night. And this is gonna be the real way we should actually be cleaning them every night. Feel me? So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna bring you right over here. So basically what's happening right now is we got laid out every tool that you'll need in order to clean our waffle irons. Every tool that you need to clean the waffle irons properly. So basically these are sleeves, heat-proof sleeves. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna protect you from getting burnt while you're cleaning the waffle irons. But you only really wanna use them for when you start brushing the inside of the iron. And before you brush it, with your heat-proof sleeves on, you wanna spray both sides of the iron, okay? And you wanna do it one iron at a time. So we would start with, you know what I'm saying, with one of them. You know, spray it. You close it. Now you let that sit after you spray it and close it for like 1 to 2 minutes. Lift it back up, you see how? Lift it back up. Scrub it, lightly brush, lightly brush it. You don't want to use too much, delicate, balance. You know what I'm saying? After you do that, you put it down. Then you would grab your waffle batter, drizzle a little bit on it. You know what I'm saying? Just like you would do a regular waffle kind of thing. And then you do dirty waffling. Usually you do it around 3 rounds of dirty waffles for each iron in order to get the complete cleaning of the waffle iron inside. But you can do it as many rounds as it takes for it to be fully clean. All right, that is the inside of our waffle irons. The outside of our waffle irons, we'll use Orange Multi-Surface Cleaner. The Orange Multi-Surface Cleaner will be sprayed on the outside surface of each iron. And like I said, you want to do this all individually. So you start with one, clean it fully, the inside, spray it with the Orange Multi-Surface Cleaner outside. And then you let it sit just like you did for our non-food contact surfaces and our food contact surfaces. Let it sit for around 5 minutes, okay? Once you let it sit for that 5 minutes, you're gonna use a clean towel and clean it, the outside of the surface. Also, one key thing I wanna mention is you kinda wanna wait until the waffle iron is fully cooled down before you start doing the outside surface cleaning. So actually, after you do the dirty waffle, you want to turn it off, let it cool, start dirty waffling the next one, right? And then you turn that one off after you dirty waffle that one, do dirty waffle the last one. And then by that time, come back to the first one, it'll be ready to clean on the outside. Cool beans? Okay, we're gonna sanitize these waffle irons. We're gonna sanitize these waffle irons. We're gonna sanitize these waffle irons. Sanitize these waffle irons. Yeah, you're gonna use the Red Sandy RTU because it's a food contact surface. The last thing you're gonna do is spray down the outside surface of the waffle irons. And you wanna make sure that they're fully closed. Now we're gonna go over washing and cleaning our bathroom. The first step in cleaning the bathroom is propping the door open. Wow, the door is propped open. So you're gonna do that in order to not have it be toxic to your nose. The first step in cleaning the bathroom is to spray the surfaces with our yellow peroxide disinfectant and glass cleaner. All right, so we're gonna spray the outside surface of our toilet. Watch this. So our toilet's been sprayed now. Okay, then we're gonna spray this. This is our dispenser for paper towels. I'm also gonna spray our sink, the outside surface. Ooh, also I'm gonna spray this. This is our soap dispenser. All right, and also I'm gonna go ahead and spray this. This is our first aid kit. Once you have sprayed the surfaces, let it sit for 90 seconds. Okay, once it's sat for 90 seconds, you're gonna grab some paper towels and wipe down each surface. Do you wanna see it? I guess I'll show you one. This is our hand washing sink. I'm gonna wipe it. Whoa! Look at how clean it's getting. Look at that. Yep. That's how you properly wipe down a sink. Now, we have our mirror. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, so the mirror, you can actually use the same exact spray that you use for the outside surfaces of our stuff. It's going to be the yellow peroxide disinfectant and glass cleaner, as you see. That's why we're cleaning our mirror with this. It's a glass cleaner as well. It's very multi-purpose, but not too many multi-purposes because you don't want to use it for a lot of other things. But you're going to use it for the mirror for sure. So what we're going to do is spray the mirror. With this one, you actually don't have to let it sit for the 90 seconds as we did for the other surfaces. You're actually just going to wipe it down right away, just like this. Can you guys hear me? Good. All right, so we're going to keep wiping it down. I know it doesn't look that great right now, but watch it in a few more seconds as I keep cleaning it with a paper towel that was clean, fresh, pulled from the dispenser. Gonna keep on wiping that mirror down. Gonna keep on wiping that mirror down. Gonna keep on wiping that mirror down. Keep on wiping that mirror down. Wow, it's actually starting to shape up. I can see! It's me! It's Xander!
Looks like it's sweeping time.
Welcome back. We've done a lot of things here and we're doing really good, so we're hitting a serene moment. The next moment, the next task, the next duty that we're gonna go over today, my friends, is floors. Now, with floors, we're gonna start with sweeping the floors. So you're gonna grab our trusty broom and dustpan, right? And you'll sweep the entirety of our shop floors. And you wanna make sure before you sweep that there's no obstacles. So you see the mats, you see the trash cans and stuff. You wanna make sure that there's none of these obstacles there, okay? The floor should be completely clear. All right, and then you're gonna sweep up all the debris and trash on the floors. That's step one.
Here I go sweep now. Is this right?
Xander, that's not the proper way. Do it again.
Is this better, Marcellus?
Now that we've successfully swept our floors, step two is to fill up our mop bucket. In order to fill our mop bucket, we're gonna turn on the hot water first. Yep, that hot water's going. All right, now you grab the hose for the proper set of floors that you're gonna clean. We're gonna do the front of house. You put it in the mop bucket and you press the blue button in. You twist it to the right to lock it. And now it's going. Look at it, it's automatically going. I don't have to do nothing. My hands are free. My hands are free. Filling up the mop bucket.
Hello, friends. Is this good?
Xander, you're supposed to mop in a figure 8 motion.
Is this better?
All right, guys. I'm gonna show you how to clean our mop sink after it's been mopped. After we use the mop and we mop the floors and everything, what you want to do is actually clean out the mop sink and making sure there's no debris left in there overnight, because that could, cause some problems. So we're gonna use either paper towels or you can use a cloth towel. But I'm just gonna use paper towels here. Yep, we're gonna wipe down the sink. Yep, just gonna get the grime off there. Definitely gonna keep wiping it down and making sure there ain't no debris in there. And you wanna make sure, the main thing is that you wanna make sure that our drain is debris free and not clogged, okay? That's gonna happen too, all right? This is good. That has been properly cleaned for the night. Our final section is cleaning the freezer floors. Yay! So, the first thing you want to do for the freezer floors is remove any item that's on the floor. We need it clear of any items. Now that the floors are clear, we're going to start by spraying the floors with our Cool Clean cleaner fluid. This is specialized for the freezers, so you want to make sure you spray a coat on the freezer floor. Alright. Well, after you've successfully sprayed the floors, as I did with the Cool Clean, you want to let the solution sit on the floors for 10 to 20 minutes to break down all the soils. The next step in this process is to scrape the floors with this scraper. Alright, you want to make sure you remove all the debris from the floors, okay? This is one of the most effective ways to do that. So, I'll show you here. See how it's removing all that grit and grime? Easy task.